Hey guys, how you doing? Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free Major League Baseball previews and predictions today for Wednesday. It is September 27th. Hope you have yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. You can get the free Raymond Report Lite version each and every day. Go to the website, click on Matchup, go to NFL, CFL, NBA, NHL, or Major League Baseball, and once you do get there, go to the pull-down menu, go to the game of your choice, and you will get the free Raymond Report each and every day right here, atsstats.com. All right, let's get to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and what we do in this segment is we see what came in last night in Major League Baseball, and it was 10-5 for the favorites. In fact, if you look at the last 8 days, the favorites are running away with the title. In fact, they have won 57.4% of the games last 7 days, and when it comes to the run line, underdogs carrying the day or the week at 56.6%, and for the 7-day average, the over has come in at 51.7%. 48.3 on the under, and you can get the SBI going to the website. Go to your dashboard, SBI, go to Major League Baseball, and you can see what has come in all the sports, not just baseball, NFL, college football, right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to game number one today in Major League Baseball. You know it's the last week of baseball, and then the playoffs start next week. Arizona taking on the Chicago White Sox. Now the White Sox going to send Luis Patino to the hill against Brandon Pfaff of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now we see the D-backs, a 175 road favorite, 9.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with Arizona in this one, 5.1 to 4, the over-under at 9.13, so we do have this game staying under the total, and looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks' last 2 games, they have gone over the total. In fact, the 80% of Arizona's last 10 games have gone over the total. That's why your Kogo, pretty much a coin flip at 51%. That means for Chicago, yeah, they played a few more unders at 4 and 6. Miami Marlins playing a doubleheader today in New York. The game last night was in postponement because of rain. Today you have in game number 1 at 4:10 Eastern, first pitch, Braxton Garrett, the lefty, against Joey Lucchesi of the New York Mets. And we do have the Marlins winning game number 1, 4.1 to 3.8. The over-under landing on 8.04. And we're going to give the Marlins a 47.4% chance of winning with Garrett on the hill compared to 45.2 for the Mets, who are going to send Lucchesi, and New York now on a 4-game losing streak. All right, 9-7 was the final yesterday, the game between Tampa Bay and the Boston Red Sox. Tampa Bay winning that one. Today they're sending Tyler Glasnow to the hill against Brayan Bello, and today we see the line at minus 125 for Tampa Bay. 7.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with the Rays in this one, 4.3 to 4.03, the over-under at 8.39. You don't see too many totals of 7.5 at Fenway in the last 10 years, but you do today. And 48.9% chance of winning here for Tampa Bay, whose last 10 games, 80% of those games have gone over the total. Cincinnati Reds, our underdog play of the day here yesterday at the Rain Report. We took the run line. We didn't need it. We got the win straight up, 11-7. 11-7 was the final. And today you got Andrew Abbott going up against Shane Bieber, making I think his second start since, it's either his second or third start since his injury. He's been back. And today, minus 135 for the Biebs, and 7.5 is the total. And we're going to lean with Cleveland in this one, 4.3 to 3.84, the over-under at 8.18. So we do have it going over the total, and we're going to give the Guardians a 57.5% chance of winning. But keep in mind, they are now on a 3-game slide. Baltimore Orioles taking on the Washington Nationals. 250 is the line. And we do have the Orioles winning this one, 5.1 to 3.07. The over-under at 8.17. Baltimore coming in off a 1-0 win over the Nationals in their last game. They're on a 3-game win streak, and the last 3 games for Baltimore have gone under the total. Kansas City Royals taking on the Detroit Tigers. A 6-3 win yesterday for Zach Greinke and the Royals over the Tigers. Today, Tarek Skubal going up against Jonathan Bowlen of the Kansas City Royals. Tigers minus 200 chalk here, and we're going to lead with Detroit in this one, 4.4 to 3.5, the over-under at 8.01. So we do have it going over the total. Another 7.5 here total. So a couple of 7.5s here today we're seeing early on in the totals. And looking at some of the other numbers, Kansas City getting hot at the wrong time of year, 8-2 in their last 10. They're supposed to do that in April, not in September. All right, Pittsburgh taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies winning yesterday, 3-2 was the final. Mitch Keller was started for the Pirates, and you had, Ranger Suarez. No, he's going today. Aaron Nola, that's right, went for the Phillies yesterday. Big win for the Phillies. They're now on a 6-game win streak, and we got them winning today as a 125 chalk. 4.2 to 3.7, the over-under at 7.98. So we do have another game going under the total, and we're going to give the team on a 6-game win streak a 58.6% chance of winning on the cow. The chances of winning straight up, and that's based on the law of average theory here at the Raymond Report. All right, the game of the night will be in Toronto between the Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Garrett Cole is going to go here for the Bronx Bombers. He'll be up against Jose Barrios of the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, we got a 7 total here in this one. Minus 115 is the line, and looks like the computer pick is going to lean with the Yankees in this one. 3.7 to 3.4, the over-under at 7.21. And we're going to give New York a 51.4% chance of winning compared to 54 for the Blue Jays. So, you know what? Even though the Blue Jays don't have we've seen this a few times this week or this year, in fact, on the Raymond Report. Sometimes you're going to see the computer forecast lean to the road team, but the percentage play leans towards the Yankees. So, interesting analytics on this one. And you know what? Let's see if Toronto in the last week, how they're going to handle the pressure, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see this Blue Jay team, how they go into every game as if it's Game 7 of the World Series, right? So that's where they're in a mindset point of view, from a psychology point of view for the athletes, right? Hey, you got to go in. You can't afford to lose any more games, and we'll see what happens. Should be a great game tonight at the Rogers Center. All right, Miami Marlins taking on the New York Mets. That's game number 2. And we do have the Marlins win game 2. That pitch, first pitch for game number 2 is at 7:10 Eastern between the Marlins and the Mets. Cubbies taking on the Atlanta Braves. 160 is the line. Darius Vine's going to start here for the Braves, and Jameson Taillon for the Cubbies. And we're going to leave with Atlanta here, 5.6 to 5.02. Over under at 10.62. So a game we like to go over the total. And looking at the over for the Atlanta Braves, look at that, 8-2 in their last 10. But the Kogo, pretty much a coin flip at 48%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Now the Brew Crew a 145 favorite. Big loss last night for the Brew Crew, but I think that's okay. I think they wrapped up the Central a couple days ago. And Milwaukee on a 3-game losing streak. And looking at the forecast in this one, 4.1 to 3.6, the over-under at 7.86. So we do have it staying under the total. A lot of unders today. Noticing a lot of totals going under the total. And Milwaukee again on the 3-game losing streak, while the St. Louis Cardinals 4-6 straight up and to the under in their last 10 games. Oakland Athletics taking on the Minnesota Twins. The Twins at 275 chalk. 7.5 is the total. Man, it looks like every game's 7 or 7.5 on the total. And we're going to lean with the Twinkies in this one, who's going to send Pablo Lopez to the hill against Joey Estes. And 4.74 Minnesota, 3.54 Oakland. Over-under landing on 8.29. So another game we like going over the total. And looking at the Minnesota Twins, they're 7-3 in their last 10. Oakland struggling at 2-8 in their last 10. LA Dodgers taking on the Rockies. Dodgers winning yesterday, 11-2 was the final. And we got the Emmett Sheehan going up against Noah Davis of the Rockies. And we're going to lean with LA in this one, 6.8 to 4.7, the over-under at 11.62. We got the Rangers taking on the LA Angels. Rangers coming off a 9-3 spanking last night in LA. And today they're a 165 favorite with Dane Dunning on the hill against Griffin Canning. And we're going to lean with the Rangers in this one, 4.9 to 4.07, the over-under at 8.99. So we do have it going over the total. Houston, big loss last night in Seattle. In fact, they can't afford to lose any more games. Minus 125 is the line. 8 is the total in this one. Surprised not 7 or 7.5. But Framber Valdez against Bryce Miller. And we're going to lean with the Stros in this one. 4.2 to 3.9, the over-under at 8.14. So another game we like going over the total. And we're going to give Seattle a 49.7% chance of winning. Houston, though, again, bad time to go on a losing streak here. 3-7 in their last 10 games. San Diego taking on San Fran. This is your last game of the evening. And the first pitch is at 9:45 Eastern at Oracle. You got Sean Manaea up against Matt Waldron of the San Diego Padres. Padres coming off a 4-0 win last night against San Francisco. And we do have them winning today as a pick'em line, 4.6 to 4.2, the over-under at 8.92. So we do have this game going over the total. And look at the Giants' last 5 games have gone under the total, but they're only 3-7 in their last 10, while San Diego 8-2. All right, let's take a look at the top 5 sports betting situational handicapping spots here. If you go to the website, atsstats.com, you go to your dashboard. So let me just show you guys how you get this. Go to dashboard, and then once you get into your dashboard, go to Ron's favorite, top 25 options, and it's going to take you to this page right here. And you go to Major League Baseball, or you go to any of the other sports, NFL, NBA, well, NBA next week or NHL next week. And what you want to do is what we look at is we look at the teams that are in the best situational spot from a handicapping perspective. Now, your number one handicapping spot here tonight is Tampa Bay. They've been neutral for 10 days, so that means they're either 4-3, 3-4 in their last 10. And you can see right here, 10, that means 10 days they've been in that cycle. They're at Boston tonight, a C-type team. And when Tampa Bay faces a C-type team, they normally win 68% of their games. Their last 6 games have gone over the total. They're 43-34 on the road. The Daily American Value Index, we had them at minus 170. You can see that minus 125, so you're getting a bit of a discount. And the chances of winning is at 48.9%. And I don't know if I got Boston here somewhere. Boston's chance of winning tonight is at 46.2. So Tampa Bay, your number one sports betting option today. Then you got Baltimore, Seattle, Yankees, and Washington rounding up the top 5. All right, let's get to your stats and trends of the day. And let's take a look at this. And always remember, trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent. The Milwaukee Brewers 9-1 as a home team coming off a loss against a National Central Division opponent this season. That's good for 90%. So you know what? Maybe a nice bounce back here for the Brew Crew. The under 11-2 for San Diego when they're an away team coming off a win against a southpaw. That is a left-handed pitcher. That's good for 84.6% this season. And let's go to the Bucks here. The over 10-2 for Pittsburgh as an away team off a 2-game losing streak this season. And that is 10-2 for Pittsburgh to the over. All right, folks, there you have it. That is your Raymond Report MLB division forecast today for Wednesday, September 27th. Hoo-ha, it's hump day. And that means one more day till NFL Thursday night. Then you got Friday and the weekend. Wow, it's going to be a busy weekend here. NHL's coming, NBA right around the corner. Make sure you have your resources ready. And knowledge is power. If you want to get more information on how to beat the sportsbook, come and kick the tires at atsstats.com. In fact, try out the free Raymond Report Lite version. This is a light version. We have a more premium tip sheet inside our members area. And what you want to do, especially in this game right here, if you scroll down to the bottom, did you know the over is 10-1-2 for the Blue Jays as a home team coming off a game that went under the total this season? And the Yankees 9-2 and as a away team in the month of September this year. And those are the type of information you're going to get here at the Raymond Report. Also, you get the PVI SOS, Parity Value Strength of Schedule, when the New York Yankees are on the road against another B-type team like them. So a team with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. They are 20-13 this year, 12-18-3 to the under. So that's what you get here at the Raymond Report. $4.99 for the week, $19.99 for the month, and $99 for the year. ATSstats.com. That's where I hang my hat, and that's the home of the Raymond Report. Have yourself a great rest of your night. This is going to be a great game, Yankees, Blue Jays, and we'll see what comes out of that. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.